Before we get into the video, I will be ranking these thumbnails based on how well they fit in with the title, and sorta how well they fit in with the video. Enjoy! And I'll be ranking them with a score of 1 to 5 thunderbolts. Tornado Siren Madness, the replacement. Okay, I see Thunderbolt and a 2001 Siren, and I see Thunderbolt is getting angry, and mostly 2001s replaced Thunderbolts, not Thunderbolts replacing 2001s, so I'm probably going to have to give this 3 Thunderbolts out of 5 Thunderbolts. Okay, episode 2, Sick Thunderbolt. Okay, I see Thunderbolt puking on a house, so maybe 5 Thunderbolts out of 5 Thunderbolts, because it's well-fitting. Okay, Singularity. Now, okay, I see Thunderbolt and 1003. Okay, so, I don't see any singularity here, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to give it, 2 Thunderbolts out of 5. Okay, Wheelin'. I see Wheelin', but I see Thunderbolt angry, so it's gonna be a bit confusing on what you're going to assume is Wheelin'. So maybe, 3 Thunderbolts out of 5 Thunderbolts, mainly because I see Wheelin'. The Siren Argument. I see an angry T-128 near a McDonald's, but I don't see any other sirens in the area, unless they're very far away, as most sirens are in the real world. And sometimes they could be right next to each other. So I'm going to have to give this about like maybe 2 Thunderbolts out of 5 Thunderbolts. Board game accident. I see a bunch of stuff happening here. There's a board game on a table, there's an egg in Thunderbolt's face, and a piece of the game in Wheelin's face. And I also see 1003 there. So I'm probably going to have to give this 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Tired Tornado Sirens. I see a sleepy T-128 and a Thunderbolt that looks, I don't know. So I'm going to have to give this about like 3 Thunderbolts. The Tornado Warning. Okay, I see P10 here, and I see some clouds, but there's no tornado, but that spiral. Or is it a spiral? I think it's just a bunch of circles. So I'm going to say 2 Thunderbolts? Tempest Cola. I don't see any Tempest Cola here, so 1 Thunderbolt. 1003's test day, I see 1003 sounding off, but Thunderbolt's slowly turning into an ATI. So, 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts? ATI's beep problem. Okay, this is where we get to the generic thumbnails. So, but there is ATI in the thumbnail. So I'm probably going to have to give this probably 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts, because these 2 sirens are getting tired of ATI's beep. What if the Tornado Sirens drank Red Bull? Interesting. All I could see is ATI. So, 2 Thunderbolts. Alerter's Annoying Day. I see Alerter and some what I presume to be train tracks, so I can see why his day would get annoying. 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Or maybe 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Probably because, or 4. Let's stick with 4 Thunderbolts for now. Okay, Blockhead. I see Blockhead, but why is he here? All I could see is a bunch of fart gas in the background. So, 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Okay, Thunderbolt versus electronic sirens and 1 mechanical siren. Okay, I see an electronic siren and Thunderbolt, mad, about to fire his laser. So, but I don't see more electronic sirens. So I'm gonna say 3 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Thunderbolt's big surprise. Keep it down. This one's kind of confusing. I'm gonna say 2 Thunderbolts. 2001's air horn pranks. I can definitely see some stuff going on here. I see 2001 with an air horn, and Alerter and P10 are both angry. Probably because they got blasted by the air horn, so I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Alerter toilet. Yep, this is definitely a perfect thumbnail because Alerter is positioned in the shape of a toilet. 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. 2001 time travels. I see a time machine with 2001 and another 2001, but why is there another 2001? Did he go back in time just to save himself? And besides, how would he save himself if he's gonna be dead in the future? Problems with staying single. This one's kind of confusing. I'm gonna give it 3 Thunderbolts out of 5 Thunderbolts. Generic thumbnail. Another generic thumbnail. The Good, the Bad, and the Meanie P50, Part 1. Okay, I see P50 with an alerter, and I'm guessing he's probably going to take a crap in it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Christmas special. I see a Christmas tree and snow on the ground and snow on the tree and snow on the sirens, and I see some presents. So I can obviously tell that this is a Christmas special. 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. The Good, the Bad, and the Meanie P50. I don't see any P50s here, but I see a P10, so 2 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Okay, I see 2 P50s here, but a P10 is standing there, and I can see there's a lot of chaos going here, so I'm gonna go with 3 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Also, there's a hurricane. Hopefully I don't get blasted like that one time where I got slammed into my RV. New Year's special. I just see Thunderbolt and 2 T-22. And all I can see is nothing else. It's not even night, like in New Year's specials. Generic thumbnail. I don't even see P50 here. 1 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Alerter's new paint job. Okay, this one's a bit confusing. I can see Alerter with a new paint job to blend in with the sky, but there's Mobile Directo, which people might confuse for Alerter. This one should get like 3 Thunderbolts or 4 Thunderbolts. Yeah, 4 Thunderbolts. Thunderbolt's new pole. This one is kind of confusing. Did his new pole break, or is that his old pole and he desperately needs a new pole? We don't even get to see his new pole. I don't know. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Siren Part 1. I can see a battle, so I'm gonna say 4 Thunderbolts. Modulator versus P50. Okay, some perfect arrangement here. I see Modulator on the left and P50 on the right, but I don't see them angry, so I'm guessing they're gonna have a fight? Or maybe not a fight? Or either just a staring contest. So I'm gonna say 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Siren Part 2. I don't see any Sirens here, but I do see Thunderbunt. So, I'm gonna give it 3 Thunderbolts. Siren Part 3. I don't even know. I'm just gonna say 2 Thunderbolts. ACA Headquarters. I see a lot of ACAs here, so I'm gonna assume that they're in ACA Headquarters, so I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. 1003's Gibberish Potion. I don't even see anything going on here. All I see is Alerter on a foreign planet with, alien sirens. So I'm gonna assume that there should be 1 Thunderbolt out of 5 Thunderbolts. Reactor Core Meltdown Part 1. Okay, I see P50 and P-50 and a reactor core. So I'm gonna say, but I don't see anything going bad, but P50 might cause something bad. Siren Part 4. This one's interesting. I don't see anything related to Pokey Siren, but I'm gonna say 2 Thunderbolts. Reactor core meltdown. I don't see any reactor cores melting down, so I'm gonna say 2 Thunderbolts or 1 Thunderbolt. Let's just go with 1 Thunderbolt. Pokey Siren Part 5. I think I see some stuff going on here. Kind of confusing. So I'm just gonna say 3 Thunderbolts. Generic thumbnail. Generic thumbnail. But ATI's in there, so maybe 2 Thunderbolts. Siren Heaven. There's a generic thumbnail that it should be in heaven. 'Cause generic thumbnails should die! Siren Fight. P50 Tri-Blaster versus Thunderbolt 1003 P50 and Alerter. Wait, P-50 and Alerter. Can't really read all the things from a long title, but I don't see any sirens fighting. All I see is just Alerter and Mobile Directo talking on the phone. So, maybe 2 Thunderbolts. Reactor Core Meltdown Part 3. Generic thumbnail. Yet another generic thumbnail. Siren Restaurant. I don't see any restaurants, but I do see Alerter and P50. So, I'm just going to give it 1 Thunderbolt. Pokey Siren Part 6. Confusing. I'm going to say 3 Thunderbolts. 1003 Solenoid Problem. All I can say is that the solenoid is poorly drawn. And definitely very fitting, so I'm going to say 5 out of 5 Thunderbolts. Generic thumbnail. The Hunt for Tri-Blaster. I don't see a Tri-Blaster, but I see a group that might be on the hunt for Tri-Blaster, so maybe 3 out of 5 Thunderbolts?